Hey Carl, good evening, or where you are, I guess. Good afternoon. Is the audio okay? You hear me or the game? Awesome. So let me explain what I'm doing because you may not understand what's going on. I'm doing something called, or that I called, void warp, which is it's a cheat-only thing or glitch. Perhaps you know it. I used to do this when I was a child, and the idea is that when you bump into something, the game updates your position in the current screen, but also, and I think it's a bug, but it may be something that the programmer Jordan put there for this reason. So here, when you bump, well, I don't know exactly, but um, you go from this screen to the previous one. So perhaps Jordan wanted to update also the screen where you are, not only the position, and all of this explanation. Yes, and so Into the Void is something we all kind of know, um, which happens, and YOLO 4GG does it. Why? I guess I can do it here. You warp in between, and this is all something you know, and then you go from. So here I go into below is 0, so I'm going below 0, which overrides the byte value and goes to negative, or in this case, when I resurrect, goes to minus 128 and then minus 1, which is the next negative number. This is all we know. It's pretty well known, and this crashed horribly. Let me reset. What perhaps you don't know is that you can take advantage of some of these mechanics and cheat only, but it would be amazing if we can do this in the normal, or break, like game breaking. So what happens is that when you bump into something, the code updates both your position and also your screen, even though here it plays no role, that you are in screen 1 and you are still in 1. But if you're picking into somewhere else and you do this bump, the screen is picking. It's a weird combination between the screen where you were, the one you're picking, and the direction you're looking at. I haven't figured out exactly what's the relation between all of these parameters, but in this case, what I'm going to do is die here, and when I resurrect, I go to this minus 128 screen. And the funny thing in this level 1 is that left, right, above, and below are screen 3, which happens to be the screen with the guard. And if I fall in this specific direction, I fall straight to the opening ledge here. So this is stupidly fun. It's useless for the normal run, but who knows, you know? And level 2 is the peak of hilariousness. So let me exploit these mechanics. Jump, wait. Jump, warp, go here, go to screen 0. Below is this screen, so I skip the whole thing here. And here, that didn't work, but I can go back here again. If I look at there and jump this way, and when you warp into a place where there's a guard, you override the guard because you replace his actor position. I don't know how it works. It's like a vector of some sorts. Same here, and here I don't even want to walk, so I go this way. So the most number of useful warps I found is level 2. It's completely broken, in a sense. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's fun to try. And in specific combinations have specific effects, so I figured out how to advance here. But if you do the wrong thing, you go back, or worse, you go to the void and die again. So here you can pass the guard if you're not looking at it. He doesn't do anything. And here, I just go back to where I were. I don't even have to look at it. Level 3 is the one with the least exploits. So these tedious parts, still I couldn't find a way to go straight to the skeleton side of things. But in any case, once I get to that checkpoint after the door, I found a couple ones. And skips the whole climbing and whatnot. I think I'm not missing this jump today. Okay, so here I just fall and bump into this wall to fall directly into the last door ledge, which is also hilarious. And then here what I found is that you can warp directly to this screen. If I can show the cursor, is it showing? Yes, I've been practicing for it, so perhaps one of these days I'm gonna have it. You can jump to this part of the screen. The problem is that it doesn't grab, so the way I found that you can go there is by going one up. Let me save here. Then bump into this wall, and this bump will trigger the shit here, but I cannot grab it, the ledge there. So the only thing I have that I can do, since I'm using cheats, but I don't want to use it, is then go like this way with a potion, or just fall and revive. Oh, but I warped to that here. But anyway, if you bump here, you can revive without a problem. Goodbye, skeleton. Level 4 is completely broken. So there's a top 5 of broken levels, and level 4 is definitely there, because now you can skip this whole thing. And now I can skip this guy, and I can keep running. I can skip this part. No. I need to push this. So I can skip this other part, and then skip this guy again for a no problem level 4. Level 5, there's not much to do. So there I involuntarily skipped to the wrong side, but here this door that Yolo the other day was saying this door is completely useless, it's just a teaser. I found a use for it, which is, this is a trigger for this jump. There you go. Goodbye. And then the last one here, that's it. Unfortunately, I cannot jump to this way. Not that it would be useful, but anyway. Here, this jump is completely necessary, but it's fun to do. Here I die, and then here I skip the fatso. And that's it. Here, if you're using cheats, you can just revive there and then go this way, and that's it. Or, of course, you can use the potion here for a more canonic way of doing things. But there's a better skip, a funner. It's slower, but it's more fun. And this is something I want to glitch hunt for the any percent run. I'm not sure I'm ever gonna get results, but if you step in this ledge and bump into this wall while you're looking at another screen, then funny things happen. You go straight to the end, right? And then you can drink the potion or not, whatever. Yes, it's pretty hilarious. So, question is, because this is somewhat this could be somewhat possible because what's the idea here? These things trigger when you're in the wrong screen. Yeah, void run. This triggers when you're here in another screen. So suppose you're here actually, but you're looking at this screen. And this is actually possible when you're fighting this guy, right? Because you can go back and for a brief moment in time, or if you are more skillful, for longer, you can go back longer without shifting screens. Suppose you can get to this point with your sword, and just before the screen switches, gain some inertia to bump into this part of the wall. If that's possible, then you're still looking at this. The bump will make you teleport here. I know it's a pretty crazy idea, but see, something like this could happen, and then you are skipping level 7 entirely. So level 8, so fun doesn't stop. Something I wanted to check here. Yes, there's a bump. So what's the idea here? If I drink the potion, I will bump into this wall, and I will teleport to this screen, but at this part of the screen, and then I will fall into this position of the screen here that I can go straight to the end, or to the opening ledge. So jump here, teleport there, fall here, and die, and wait for the music to go away to resurrect. I'm not hearing the game. Oh yeah, because the music is off. Okay. Then you resurrect, activate here, and then have fun doing this. And there you go. So that will be the run so far. But there's two possibilities here. One that Yolo suggested is that I go to the other side. Kill this guy for now. Save here. So now what I want to do is to bump into this part of the screen for some reason the teleport, even if I'm facing the right way, will go to this screen again, but in a right into the center of the screen, and then fall here where I can avoid the death. So my idea would be to have a run without death and without, if possible, to have a void percent, just allowing the screen picking, not any revive, kill, or potions. So now let's do it. Let's hit this wall and teleport. There you go, and then I don't die. So this is death skip level up. Crap. Well, that's the idea, right? Another idea would be if I can do this without the potion, because there's a bump. So it's kind of hard to do before the... Yes, Deathless Void would be the idea. So now we are entering speedrunner territory, because this should happen in between the screen transition and the bump, and I'm not being able to do it. And I don't think perhaps it's not possible. I think I did it there, but it didn't work. Okay, because it should be in this screen. So anyway, and for level 9, there isn't much to show. Crap. There is some skips we can do here. The thing is that these void jumps that I found so far are only horizontal, so you cannot skip upwards. And vertical levels like level 9 or level 12 are not very kind to this kind of trickery, but still there's some use here. Here we have found a way to skip this, if I remember correctly. So same idea, you step on the ledge and hit this wall, and the idea is to jump straight to this part, right? But that's what happens. So what was the solution? There was a solution here. I guess it's a running jump. That didn't work. Same happened here. I know. I should look it to the other direction. You've got to be able to warp to the open. What open? To the door open ledge. So one thing you can do is this. It's not very useful, but still is better. Better than nothing, I say. Another thing you can do is to bump into the upper one, so the upper part of the screen. So you go like this. Crap. I guess I need to do some kind of trickery. So there's some limitations to the jumps. One is that you can only jump to adjacent screens, so left or right, no up or down, because there's no vertical bumps in the game. So when you fall, this doesn't count as a bump because it's a normal. It's the normal thing that happens in the game. I don't know how to say it, but the bump is like a correction that the game does to your position. So this we can do like this. Too slow. It would be interesting to find whether there are other other triggers, right, for the void warp, other things that happen. So another correction that happens is when you, and let me show you. Oh, I'm an idiot. So staying below a door, a closing door, causes you also to bump. But this bump only adjusts your relative position. It doesn't update your screen where you are. Well, this door won't. Oh yeah. So we're staying here. We look at there and wait for the door to close. It's gonna bump us. There, you hear the bump? But the bump didn't trigger the warp. So that's one source of warping that doesn't trigger anything. But the key here, the solution we found is that to do a long jump and take the potion. Where am I? Or take the potion before, do a long jump, go to the screen and hang on to that ledge. I don't remember. There was some kind of solution there. But anyway, let's get past this screen. So if this was a cheat percent, I would allow myself to take the potion here. Let me show you. This has a very straight solution, which is take the potion as soon as possible, and then take this ledge, and the first time I missed the jump was that one. And take this ledge, jump, grab and go. But let's assume we are not allowed to do anything except peeking into other screens. Imagine if you didn't need cheats or like to do it, if you could do it in the normal game. So I haven't explored many other options around here. So this guy, I don't want to see him, so bye-bye. It's nothing to bump into here, so there's no use for it. Bad idea. Again. So see the difference. If I pick into this screen, I teleport to this part with the guy and he kills me. If I pick into this screen, I teleport to the same screen, but upon teleport, what happens in the code, and I presume this, is that when you enter this way, there's a vector with actors, 2 positions at most, and it updates actor 0, which is the player, replacing completely the actor that was already there, this guy. Yes! Yes, you can do it. It works in every version. So, here it could be interesting to see. No. So it tends to go to one direction sometimes. It has to do with its numbers here. So it's some kind of arithmetic operation. It adds something or subtracts, and then you go to the other screen. I guess there's no use to be fooling around here. Yeah, same imagined. This may trigger a death screen. No. Perhaps this can be skipped somehow. Come on. This is the best one. This is the best one. I love it. Okay. Showing all my secrets here. Level 10 is also very broken because you can step here, look at this guy, and this guy is gone. And technically what you can do is take this guy back and then do the YOLO jump here, but I could never do it myself, so get out. And then the only trickery that's remaining here is look into this screen before coming in so I can replace the guy. Fall back and get in. Level 11 has also trickeries. Not many, but still useful. So no, that's a bad idea because I want to immobilize these guys. And then here what you can do is look at the other way, bump, and there you go. This guy is gone. And here I think we figured something out. That you can do is look at this other screen, bump, and here you go. Ah, crap. Should have killed this guy. Here the only jump that you can do is look at that and teleport and jump. It's not faster, but it's something. And level 12, unfortunately, there's not much you can do because it's all vertical. But there's some hilariousness here that you can take a look at. So there's 14 levels, and doing a void warp depends on the effect of doing a void warp depends on the practically the memory state, right? What's on the memory, and the original game, which is I'm emulating here, should be consistent. But if you do it with SDL, it's gonna have a different effect. But mainly to do a void warp here, you step here. Okay, this is the YOLO jump, and then fall into craziness. Capture revive. And there you go. And it's a teaser because here there is an ending door. It may or may not be open because the fact that it's showing a closed door doesn't mean it's not open. But I cannot grab onto anything, and if I revive, I still keep going this, so it's a death screen. Below is 0, so when I fell, I went to 0, which is a death screen. Left is 255, so let's take a look at it. Now in 255, everything is 0, so we cannot go back to crazy land. So it's a matter of vector, or it's a matter of pointers, and a matter of positioning. So you can go to a screen that has no return. But anyway, there's nothing much more interesting, but I can show you something, or what would happen. No, in fact, there's nothing interesting. The only thing is that when you do the jump here, of course, if you're using cheats, you can take the slow fall potion and go straight without falling here, right? And losing time. The only funny thing about this level 13, is that there's a hidden screen, of course. Perhaps you know about it. This one, where there's the final door opening ledge that's supposed to trigger somehow when Jafar dies. But I have no idea how. I mean, it's too much of a convoluted solution. Why don't just trigger the door with Jafar and you don't need this? Perhaps the guy used it for debugging. I don't know. But the idea is that, furthermore, if you look at this, okay, no, sorry. But you can get into that. 1 second. You can get there if you bump here. If you crazy bump, well, I guess not. You had to crazy bump somewhere around here. No, okay. You have to believe me. You can get there to that screen if you wanted to, but you cannot get to the ledge. You cannot get to the trigger. That will be fun to test if you can trigger the door opening with just that and have a true pacifist run, right? Because you're not even getting close to Jafar. Perhaps it's this one. Let me try. No, this one too. Which one was it? Never mind. So, okay, you beat Jafar, you get there, and if you're allowing this void thingy, you don't even need to move, so if you go straight to the princess, you get her. So, that's void percent for you. I wonder how many more things are waiting for us to find there. Because this is just the surface of how do you say, the tip of the iceberg. So let me do one official run, see if I can do a world record in this category before anyone else. Although I'm lacking the skills and the practice, but whatever. This problem with DOSBox. Should try several times before it detects the sound card. I know what's going on. Alright. Here we go. This working? Yes, it's working. So sound off. Yeah, it's super cool. Imagine when I was a kid, I finding this, it blew my mind. Finding all these secret, weird screens. I thought I had the whole game figured out, and then I found this craziness. I couldn't believe it. But still, I revisited this now, and I keep finding things, and I showed it to Yolo, and he said, "Try this," and we tried it, and it was like, what the F is this? You know, it's, new possibilities. So level 8, I guess if we don't allow poach anything but picking, then level 8, there's no way I can do it. This teleport to the end. So for now, I'm going to just use the potion and see what can be done about that. Okay, level 1. Dude, it's so much harder when you're doing the real thing as opposed to practicing. It's like, fuck, I cannot fuck it now. I don't know how you keep your... See, I keep making these mistakes. Crap. Keep your head cool when you're doing this. Skin again. Okay, now pick, jump. There you go. I guess I should talk to myself when I'm doing this so I can remind me what to do. This guy, take a step, look here, jump, teleport. Good. Alright, then jump here. I don't know if this is faster, but it's hilarious. Then jump, but looking at that direction. Ah! It's a little bit finicky. When it doesn't respond right away. Okay. Yes, you can go both directions, but which direction is not up to you, basically. Each combination of wall that you can bump into or door you can bump into and screen where you are, that somehow determines the direction you're gonna warp. And it's not systematic. Someday I'll take a look at the code and try to figure out what's the rhyme or reason of going in one direction or the other, or not going anywhere. Okay. Made it. But even if I could determine what's the logic behind it, even if you could do it, trying to manipulate it, it's another story. So let me allow the potion at least. Because there's only so much possibilities you can do, and even if you know exactly what you want to do, how do I need to wait for the music to go. even if you know what the conditions you need, you may not have those conditions met. But level 4 is a smooth ride. No, shit! I didn't want to do that. Out of my way. There you go. Shit. Keep forgetting about those guys. Anyway, I guess it's good to have like a very bad first round so you can do all goals later. Come on. So here I could bump into the right side, but I wouldn't say much more time. Just praying not to die here. Go, go, go. Oh, crap. Super careful. What am I doing? Okay, potion. It's not very exciting. So the reason I wanted not to have the potion in the run is that I want to that amazing warp in level 7, but then if I don't have it, then I cannot do this warp. If I did it. So I downloaded this software where you can do tasks for DOS games, like frame by frame. It's an emulator. It's a wrapper around the box x86 emulator, and allows you to input frame by frame the keyboard inputs and record that. And I wanted to try this idea for level 7. It would be for any percent. And there's some research that must be done because there are many enemies in the game that may allow you to step into a screen without being on the current screen. And if you can bump into something while you're doing that, perhaps you can do a cheatless warp, so to speak. Whether that's useful or not, it remains to be seen, but the first step is to prove it can be done. Let's see what time I can get, because I don't remember. Shit. Come on. Yes. Does a slide cage provide a bump? The sliding turn, you mean? The one we used to take down the tiles in level 10. I guess so. I don't even need to do that. Such a waste of time. So we tried this morning bumping into these walls to see if we can just teleport to this screen, and it doesn't work. And also bump into this part of the wall so we can bump into the other screen. It works, but you fall into the pits. Ah, crap! No, motherfucker! I forgot about him. There goes my run. Just kidding. There's no run. Let's do it right now. So this guy is okay because I can go here, bump, step. How do you blip the guards? I just wish them out. Now the idea is that when you step into the screen, while you're picking it, the game replaces the actor. And I'm at this point, I told you how to do it. So you just step into a screen where the actor is without by picking first. And again, oof. So you pick first where the guy is, then enter the screen, or teleport right into the screen where you're looking at it. And this, what it does is replaces the kid's position into the actor position 0 or whatever. And the guy is already in actor position 0, so you mean you become the guy. Some kind of matrix shit going on there, because you embody the guy basically in terms of code. I'm fucking this up. There you go, old school skip. I don't trust myself with the normal one yet. There's things that you do and Hylac does and Blue Spectre does that I can't even think of doing. So go this way. So you can see it's vertical, and this trick already is a killer trick. Take this, go out, come back, wait, go. Go, 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 go. Oh shit, had good luck there. So if you kill Jafar via the K key, or by replacing him, he doesn't trigger the ending. So let's kill him the old-fashioned way. Ideally, I would teleport to the screen with the ledge and teleport back, so I can activate the door without killing this guy. But that's too much of a dream. Okay. So I would propose that the ending time is not this one, but this one. There you go. Prince of Persia 1216 without level skips. I can claim the first crown, but soon to be replaced by anyone else that's doing these tricks. And the tyrant Jafar lies dead, his power shattered. Throughout the land, the people of Persia hide their princess, and the brave youth who saved her from the forces of darkness. No longer a stranger, he shall from this day forth be known as Prince of Persia. That was fun. So in terms of research, yeah, I know, right? Super cool. In terms of research, lies the question, how can this be exploited in any percent? Because that's the interesting part. And the question to ask is, suppose we are in this situation and we can enter combat. This is a very bad example, but think about this wouldn't work. This is a perfect example. This is a perfect example. Because now we are thinking about entering combat with this guy, start doing level 5, the level 5 trick where you start with combat but you step into the other screen bypassing the door. But at some point, if you do it far enough, you will bump into this wall. And the $1,000,000 question is, what happens if you bump during combat into a wall? Do you trigger the skip or not? And there's one way we can do it, still with cheats, is that we get there to this screen in combat with the orange guy, hopefully not triggering the door close. I guess that's what is gonna happen. We can enter combat with this guy, switch places, get close to the wall, then look somewhere else and bump into the wall while we are fighting this guy. If a void warp triggers, then we are in business because this can be exploited. So let's try that, I guess. Let's take a shortcut. Okay. Don't kill me, please. Okay. So now I want to look somewhere else, and then I want to bump. Okay, discoveries. Discoveries. You see that? Okay, let's go back to DOSBox X. I want to replicate that. Dude, I'm shaking. So, we can replicate this. So let's see what happens in level 1 if I bump into this wall and I'm looking somewhere else. Yes, so in level 5 you do it, and what's going to happen if you do the bump? Oh, so you mean you do the bump there and nothing happens, even though you're looking at another screen. So if I do the bump here, I go here. So yeah, I was thinking about that. Level 5, you hear the, you know, the bump, and still there's no teleport. And if you were to teleport there, you will go into the left screen where the orange guy is, but you will fall into death because you teleport on the floor level. But that would be something amazing to see. So I want to test it here first. Oh, I don't have. I wish I had a sword. No, I don't have a sword here, so here I cannot test it. We already tested this guy, so let's skip this. Let's skip this. This is a good example. Let me save here. Okay. No, fucking close. Oh, this guy is gonna open it all the time. Save. Okay, don't bother me anymore. And now I bump. I went through the door. I guess with doors you just bypass them. No, there's a warp. There is a warp. So in theory, if you look into a different screen and you bump into something, you should be teleporting. In level 5, you skip the door, so it's another piece of weirdness. But I wonder what happens against the wall. So let's bring that guy here. Did he suffer about? Did he fall to death? So I was saying that if you happen to warp with this wall, okay, level 7. If you happen to warp on this wall, you will teleport to this screen and fall. Thing is, here I need some talent. I cannot do this on my own, so. Scheiße. You don't need to. Okay, you can just do this. Go, 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 go! Come on, dude! SD pop. It should be the same because SD pop is very faithful to the original. I'm too late, right? Really? He warped to that useless screen on level 7. Which useless screen? This one? Oh, that's many useless screen level 7. So, trying to think. From which screen did he trigger? From this one to this one, but while fighting this guy. Let's bring this guy into the action. So, I froze. So now, this guy is not gonna attack me, but I'm still in combat mode, so I can keep walking with the sword out. And one of the things I wanted to try is whether I can glide throughout the chasm, but I don't think I'm gonna fall like that. Yeah. Dude. No. Yes, that's the trigger, and then I come here. So what I did there, it even doesn't mean anything what I did there, but I brought the guy here, I put my sword back in, turn this way, and approach the ledge, so you can hear this one, and then I bumped. So if you can do that, but I think when you take the sword in, the screen automatically switches back to where you should be. Yeah, right. Triggers the screen transition. So let me scan the map for. So with this guy, there's no way, there's no bumps. This guy, it's like it's on purpose. It's actually nothing. There's no combination of bump and guard that could be exploited here. At least that's what it seems. The only way is to push this guy beyond the chopper. No, because it's a fall here. Because if you can put it against this wall, perhaps you can jump to this other side of the screen. It will be a long time before you can do it. But anyway, it's experimental. So what will be the effect? So you will be looking at this screen while bumping into the wall. You go back. Right. If you look into this screen, then you replace this guy. Which is also hilarious, right? I mean, I would like to think that this is a tip of the iceberg and there's other combination of things that can trigger this craziness. But I'm not seeing it for this level here. Level 8. Level 8. This guy, there's no bumps. Oh, I killed him. So this guy, you can theoretically bring it here, down here, and then bring him to this position, to this screen. But when you bump in this screen, you just go back. And the rest is also bumpless, so you need to come up past this guy, get to this guy, and here is to just go straight. There's no need for. There's actually no need for anything. It's like they knew. There is a possible bump here. Ah no, because there's a falling ledge here. Fuck. And here the run is going this way, then doing the boy jump through this screen, falling here, right? Some reason they put a full screen. Ah, because they wanted to put the wall here. So the only reason I think that the skip here works is because this screen exists. Otherwise, it would trigger death. So it's kind of miraculous that this works. Then you go this way. This guy, there's no use for any trickery anymore. Unless, so you can visit this guy at the beginning. Ah, no. He disappears. Because this guy replaces him. Anyway, there's a... Hey! What's up, man? Finally, you made it. Talking here with Carl about some trickery you can do with cheats enabled. I'm gonna upload the video later to YouTube because I did a run. I want to claim that run. No guards here, no use for this. Let's go back to the beginning. Yes, this morning I did one, and I showcased this trick to YOLO and Good Spectre, and who else was there? Esteban and some other guys I didn't know. Um, and this is what I call the boy warp or boy jump or whatever, which is only quote unquote only available when you have cheats enabled with the improved. And what happens is that when you bump, sorry Carl if I'm repeating all of this, and the rest of the chat, sorry. When you do a bump, what the game does is, for some reason, Jordan, when he made the game, he saw it necessary to both update the position within the screen, right? So it goes a little bit to the right, but also it refreshes, quote unquote, the screen where the kid is at. And normally this has no effect. I think what he did it because when some bumps change your screen, because he puts it back in the screen, he wanted to trigger that. And if you're not moving, perhaps he didn't have a trigger for the same trigger when you do normal motion to trigger a change of screen. So he kind of hard-coded that. I'm just imagining what could have happened. What happens is that when he reads to update your position, your screen, he takes the screen that you're looking at. In this case, we are in screen 1, but you can be looking at screen 5. And he uses some kind of function or relationship between these two pieces of data, say, your current position and the screen you're looking at, and does some and also the direction you're facing when you bump. And he makes a salad out of this and comes up with a destination screen for the kid. So without any more explanation, when you look at... So we would need a way to change screen while being on another one to use this trick. Yes, that's not... so that's one of the conclusions at the end. But let me show you what's going on, because I can show you what happens when you look at this screen, bump. Oops. So you die first, but if you revive, you go to this weirdo screen, which is screen -128, because it's overflow of the byte that holds your screen number. And it so happens to be that this screen is neighbor to the screen with the guard in all 4 directions. So up, down, left, and right point to the guard screen. Which means that if I do this, so if I go this way, hey, that's the guy. But also if I do this weird jump, I get straight to the end. I cannot stop laughing when I do this. And there you go. Like 18 seconds. It's not much faster than any percent, but it's hilarious. So I thought you would go to the left screen. Well, that's It's level 1. There's not much more to talk about level 1 because that completely breaks it. And level 2 is also a pack of fun because so one thing, important thing about this is that these warps I found are only horizontal, so you can warp to the left or right screens. But hey, Esteban, thanks for the follow. What happens is that sometimes you teleport to underground. So if you teleport underground, this tile here doesn't have any bounds to check. So you fall from this down to the screen. So basically you did an L trip, say. You went to the left, say, and then you fell down, and then you go to whatever screen is down from this one. And that will be, if you see here, S is screen, L is left, R is right, A is above, and B is below. And Jordan added this for his own sake. But if you fall if we fall to screen 0 is a death trigger. But if we revive there, we keep falling, and we go to the -1 to 0, which is again the overflow screen. And the overflow screen has neighboring screens that happen to be very useful. So look at this. I'm on screen 0 now. I revive, fall into screen -28, and then fall into this screen, jumping all around the level and skipping the whole part. So let me do it again slow. Screen 0, I die. Screen -28, which has below number of 1, and this is screen 1, and then I got here and I skipped the whole thing. And I hope you're laughing there at home. Another consequence of doing this trip is that it overrides whatever is in the position of the main actor in the scene. So now main actor is this guy, and now main actor is this guy. When there are two of you in the screen, there's a main and a secondary actor. You are the main, and the guy is the secondary actor. That's why you cannot have 3 guards in the same screen, because there's only space for main and secondary. But what happens when you do the warp? Your main replaces the main that is already there, meaning that you take the body of the guy, basically, or like replace the guy. You're not playing as a guard, but so what I'm gonna do is bump against this wall while looking at this guy. Yeah, you could use this to peep into the room with the exit doors below. And which level? So let me show you this first. I bump into this wall, looking at this guy, and then this guy is out. Level 2. Let me show you what I do in level 2. You're gonna have fun. So in this level, right? So here, there's a room below that has awesome exit doors. What the fuck? Let's take a look at that after I show you this. So here I'm gonna bump into this wall while looking at this guy, and this guy is gonna go. Well, if it worked. I need to step into the right tile. Come on. So the idea is that you run, gain inertia, and then hit this wall. So I don't know why I'm not hitting it. Let me save just in case I don't. Come on. Why is it failing now? I should be able to bump here. Alright. Let's do a normal jump. I had to look to the other way. There you go. That's the idea. Should be easier. So now I just skip the whole thing. And here, I don't know if this is faster, but it's also like a nice showcase of this void warp. Go this way. And here, jump against this. I almost died there. Ooh. So jump against this wall and then teleport there. So here what I do, when you're not looking at the guy will not attack and you can just bypass him. That's an easier way to do it. And then here, let me save again. I can just jump here, look this way, teleport, and then I'm there. Yes, it's really cool. It's really cool. Now, before I go, let me show me which screen you meant, because I haven't seen that. Where is it supposed to be located? Okay. So perhaps you void warped in STL pop. And STL and void screen have different things. It's one below the blue card. This guy. Why can I not go up again? Ah, the last blue card. This guy? This guy is blue. Or light blue. I think if you do a jump, you can clip in the wall and it will get there. Yeah, so that's the YOLO jump, right? So now we go into the madness of space and time, but we will end up in the same screen as the one I showed you, and this depends on the emulator. But a faithful emulator should produce this same effect because you can do it. There's a way to do it without cheats. Let's go there. I could have worked. I'm an idiot. It might have been SDL pop, yeah, because I found that SDL pop has more. How can I say? Complicated void screens, and it has to do. First of all, it's 32 bits, right? Or 64 bits, and this plays a role in what you can expect when you look at the uninitiated memory. But also, I mean, the data structures in SDL pop are different than the vanilla Prince of Persia. So I think what you saw there is that you went into the warp screen, but the warp screen was different than this one. This is mostly empty. Okay, there's more hilariousness coming. Yeah, that's what you saw. Level 3, I haven't been able to, so if someone wants to start exploiting and mining and trying to see what can be found, and level 3 I haven't been able to exploit it too much yet. So you have to still do this tedious part, which is, I guess, the part I will be most glad to skip of the whole game is this part. It's just so finicky and so dangerous. And if you are in a good run or whatever, I imagine that you're just sweating bullets with this part. But I made it. So now, say, okay, I still have the checkpoint. So what I do here is just fall. Here, and then I use this wall here. Okay, yeah, I guess you can make it more automatic, like more intuitive. What you do here is conveniently warp into this screen, but it will be in this position, and then you will fall exactly on the end screen ledge, however it's called. That's what happens here, and I open the door right there. Here there's another warp, but I couldn't find a way to make it without dying. But okay, dying is affordable, so I can just go there and that's it. So I hope you're having fun with this, as I had when I discovered it. Okay. Level 4 is very straightforward. You just warp, warp. Can you warp on the same level as the exit door switch? Ah, yes, but you go straight to the death screen. Unfortunately, there's no way out. Oh, and level 3, I'm sorry. Before we go on to that. Level 3 has a hilarious death in vanilla Prince Persia. When you warp into the... So imagine, I guess this is what you meant. So say you can warp and you fall, but then you go into this incredible realm where nothing makes sense and the game crashes. But there's an even more hilarious situation that can happen there. Crap. So let me restart the game. Yeah, I know, right? If you are patient and come with me to the max health potion screen, I don't know for what reason, jumping into the nether realm from that position ensures hilariousness. So back when I was a kid, I played this. I always played 100% health. I never skipped even though I didn't need it. I could play the game without losing any health, but I like the idea of reaching Jafar with full health. So I would always come here and grab this guy. But now let's just keep the guy here and to the jump. And now things happen. Fall this way, you meet your doppelganger there, but then when you come back and you have to fall a couple times, and then you have our skeleton friend. No way, you couldn't beat him. So there's a bonehead here that we can fight against. And I don't know what he's triggered because I didn't press the ending screen yet, but he wants to have a fight. And there he goes. Now he's dead. Now to celebrate, let's take this potion, which has no effect whatsoever. And here we can see that this is screen -1, so it's 1 less than -128. And don't ask me why. And to the left we have screen 96, to the right 96, above and below that are screen zeros, which are dead traps. So technically I can pick to the left or the right and I will find the same screen, which is this one. Here to the left is 96, so here, no, this is 96, and all around there's the screen 0, which I don't know which it is. Screen 0, I have no idea which one this is. This is 9, 12, 13. So screen 0, we can safely assume is the one that Jordan started with when he made the game. Come on. I guess you cannot find it. I'm just speculating here, so don't take my word for it. But there is a max of 24 screen or 20 screens that I remember when I did my levels and I lost them, unfortunately. So I know quite a bit about the layout. Yeah, 0 is just default death. So level 4. It's just straightforward. Just go. And replace this guy. Keep going. Teleport. Activate. Don't even care about the shadow. Go back. Eliminate this guy again. And then out of the level. And that's it. Level 5. So I was making. Yeah, that's a fast level 4. You wish you can do it like that, right? I was making fun of YOLO because he mentioned in his stream like a day ago or 2 days ago that this door was just a teaser because there's no use for this door at all. It's just there to stop your way. But I told him this morning this door has a purpose, which is facilitate this jump. And that's the reason for that door to be. Now, I guess we can discuss possible applications to any percent. I haven't found any, but they could be. Let's kill this guy. Well, not kill, just make him disappear temporarily. This is a pacifist run for all I care. And then that's level 5. It wasn't much better than the normal one, but still. Okay, shut up. Level 6, the only useful quote-unquote jump, or at least it's fun to do it, is jump into this wall while looking at this chasm here to teleport beyond the door. It saves no time at all, but it's fun for the whole family. Okay, he'll allow me to revive and then disappear this guy. It's not easy because it's not very light. And then here, so one funny thing here is that this doesn't apply to the shadow. So this disappearance thing, I can pick at this screen and then step in, shadow still there. And you know there's a screen here, but there's no warp towards this screen. Unfortunately, it would be fun to be alive in this realm of existence, but I can get to this place, everyone can, with cheats. But then if you bump into these 4 walls and these 2 doors and 2 walls, there's no, everything you do goes back to this screen, unfortunately. So let's go down, and if you blink you miss it, okay? Okay, that's level 7 for you. But okay, that's not fun. There's hide access. You can find a way to do it where without there is no really looking for places. Until we can find a way. Exactly, but we were talking with Carl a while ago, and there might be a glimpse of hope. Yeah, it's very fun. It's fun as fuck, but it can be more fun because if you step on this ledge, say we are running, we're doing a run with this ridiculousness, and we say, okay, you're not allowed to revive or to take the potion. So it's only picking. Say that's the rules. And then I say, no problem. If I step on this ledge, look at this, and jump, there you go, right at the end. And then the rest is history. So that's a very fun jump. There's no nether realm here, so it's only kill screen. There's no craziness outside the screens that exist. So level 8. What we found here is that you can do this next jump. So if you take the potion and bump against this wall and look at this screen, you will teleport to this side of the screen, fall down because there's no boundaries here, and get to this part to activate the ledge. Alright? So let's do that. There you go, and there you go. So I teleported here. Problem is, I'm using two things that suppose they are not allowed, which is reviving or taking the potion, but one of them we can avoid, which is revive. But let me show you how it would end if we could do it. Now kill me. Now here I can just teleport, go back, and that's level 8 for you. There's no jumping around, there's no cards, it's all fun. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back. But there is a way to skip the death. So say we have a deathless run. So does the bump need to be face first to the wall, or if you have a sword and you bump your back, will it work? That's very fast thinking, man, because that's what we were speculating. And the answer will surprise you. But we will get there. Let me just show you the whole run. I will upload it to YouTube anyway, but so this 12 minutes 16 seconds first is my first run on this craziness, and I claim it for myself as the first one. Not that it matters at all, but it's just a pride thing. Yeah, I mean, I will get excited too. So if we do this jump and now bump, teleport, and now we are out of danger. And now it's a matter of not dying. Suppose I didn't die there, and then just teleport, and now it's a deathless level. So that's it for level 8. I mean, I haven't explored anything around here, because if you can do this, then why bother? Level 9 is one of the most lacking, I would say. There's not much more fun to do here. There is fun, but it's not as spectacular. So bump, take care of this guy, don't activate the jumper. Really, can you teleport over the bottom? Level 8, you mean? So upwards. I haven't found a way, but if you find it, that's $1 million question. So here, one thing you can do is go to this screen, eliminate the guy, and deactivate the jumper. Level 9, like the other side to the bottom. I haven't found a way to do it, and I tried many ways. So I'm showing you this after exploring many things, but I haven't found a way yet. It will be fun. So vertical levels are kind of a problem because they are not offering you any teleportation that is useful. So here, what I'm going to do is bump into this ledge. What ledge? This wall. Teleport here. Look at this screen and teleport here, somewhere around here, and hopefully end up somewhere around useful. So if you do it vanilla way, let me save. What's gonna happen is that I fall through the wall and get there. But if I take potion, then jump, teleport, and then this takes a little bit of coordination. So I do it vanilla, but then activate. So jump, there, activate. Oh crap! I fall anyway. I remember having found a way to do this that is not somewhat useful. But it's all to avoid if I had to. It's all to avoid pressing this button. If I had to come here, then I just press it and get done with it. So now I want to bump into this wall. Look at here. No, that jumps there. There's many things to try. That's the fun part of this. So okay, I haven't found a way though. Oh come on. So here there's two options. Perhaps you can decide. We could go up and try to find ways to do more skips, or go down and take the potion, the floating potion, and just grab to the ledge. So what you can do is come here, jump this chasm, grab the ledge, activate the door, and get out. But that's not fun at all. That's just a way to showcase my jumping skills. Yeah, mine, no problem. Let's take a look at the stream later. So here, the only skip we found is if you go this way, take the ledge. There's no skip to these doors that I found, not that I looked for much time. What's the trick? So here, instead of going down, I just get moving forward and don't die. And here, prepare yourselves because this is a hilarious jump. I look at this, so I'm here, right? I look at this screen and then there you go. Skipped that annoying part with the guard and stuff. Now you can just go to level 10. Level 10 I just showed Carl, and here you can just look at this guy, do the warp, eliminate the guy. Unfortunately there's no way that I found to skip this door, but I can just open it. Look at this screen to eliminate this guy. Whatever, and press that and then get out of the screen. So there's not much more to do there. Level 11. Take this jump. Deactivate these guys. And here, skip the whole thing by looking at here, pressing the ledge, warping, taking the door, and out. Here, there's no need to eliminate this guy because you can do this warp here, and there we go. Oh, shit. Bad timing. And the rest of the level is like usual. This guy you can eliminate. And then activate the ending ledge here. Unfortunately, there's no warp from here other than just bumping into the wall. So suppose I press the ledge and I can get out. So now I can just bump against this wall and then teleport here, eliminating the guy and just saving no frames at all. Anyway, and then get out. Level 12 has absolutely no use. the warp has no use for this level, so it's like a old school way to solve it. But there is a teaser. The void screen in this level has some hidden secrets that may be interesting. So down, up, check this out. Jump, and then the YOLO warp. Careful step, get into, and get out. Then wait for the music to play and hopefully revive into Crazy Warp. There you go. This screen I cannot grab onto anything, but there's a door. And the fact that the door looks closed doesn't mean it's closed. Its status, if it's... So let me explain a little bit of Prince of Persia coding. The door has statuses that can go from 1 to 255. Only 2 of them that I know of are useful. 0 is closed, 1 is... Don't do this to me. 1 is open, but any other number is fair game. You won't find it in the normal game, but if this is a corrupted memory and the value is other than 0 or 1, from 2 to 255, I don't remember, or I haven't tried, but in SLDL pop this happens, that it state where it looks closed but it's open. So if in theory I could grab into that ledge, I could exit the level. Imagine that. Exit the level before reaching even the shadow, whatever. And when you exit the level, you just go into level 13 as if you just walked right from this direction. So that's something to explore. And then here the only interesting thing is that 1 second. Is that you may or not know that here there is a secret screen, right? And this screen leaves the ledge that opens the door, or I think it is the one that does it. I should take the level editor and see whether the trigger of this ledge corresponds to this door. If it does, then Jordan Mechner, the programmer of the game, made it such that killing Jafar triggers this ledge, which triggers the door, because he may have been lazy to program a secondary trigger for the door that is the death of this guy. So he's like, he rather have 1 trigger for each event than allocating 2 triggers. So he had to add. I guess if the guy himself looks at this video and I nailed it, for the reason that he did it this way, then he owns me a signed copy of Prince of Persia. Anyway, it's just that I'm myself a computer scientist and I kind of know these patterns of things. So here there's no... So you can make him disappear, okay? But this doesn't trigger the door opening. No. So he's there. I can listen to that music all day. So the only trigger for the opening the door is killing him the old-fashioned way, because if you kill him like this, there's nothing happening. So I pass. And here, if you can do picking, you don't need to move, you just go to the princess and that's it. So that's for what I would call a void run. Depends what you want to allow. If you want to allow resuscitation, or you want to allow the floating potion. But anyway, this 16 time you see here is my first run in this category, whatever it is. I don't mind if it's not a category officially, but it's my run. But the important thing here is not this as a run, but what can be extrapolated from here to the actual game, to the any percent run. And the answer is yes and no, because the key point is here is to trigger a bump while you're not in the screen, right? You're looking into another screen, you trigger the bump, and this triggers the jumping around. Now, is there a way to trigger this while you are without cheats? And there's a way, in fact, to leave the screen without you being the screen that is being looked at. So now I just did it, right? Just for a fraction of a second, I was in another screen than the one I was looking at. So the question would be, let's bring this guy here to illustrate. If I could not die, come on, dude, I die. So can you bump into something while you're in another screen? That's $1 million question, because if that's possible, then it's just a matter of finding the right setup for a useful. Planets must align, right? You need to find a setup for a useful warp, and then bring a guard to in combat, disappear from the screen, and bump into that object while you are in combat. But if you can pull it off, let me illustrate what can happen. What's a good place to do this? Where did we do it before? Don't kill me, dude. No, this is not a, let me restart the game. I think it's level 4, 5, 6, 7, level 8, 9. God, where's a good instance of this? This could be a good one, except that I don't have a sword. So level 2 has a good setup for this. Yes, level 2. Sorry for the impasse here. Go to this screen. Now don't kill this guy, or I guess I could just make him disappear momentarily. Go to this position. Right, and guys, we are in combat now. We look another way, and now I can confirm that combat triggers the warp. So now I just bump into the wall, and I just warped while in combat. And the idea is that if you can bring this guy, perhaps this very guard could do the trick. So you need to go further down the screen while not being in the screen to bump into that wall. So we would be here, right? Imagine. And we will be in combat with the guy. And we go back enough to hit a wall. And this wall, while looking at this screen, the wall will trigger a warp. And in level 5 is the closest you can get to doing that I know. Because here in level 5, you bring this guy with you, and then you go to this way, towards this wall, and you go past the door, and then you hit the wall. If you can hit it more than once, I guess, while looking at this screen, you would teleport to this screen at this position, and you would die because this is a trigger for death. But the fact that no one has ever seen this bug while doing this precise trick a trillion times tells me that perhaps this is not possible, because someone must have seen that teleport and no one saw it yet. So that's kinda breaks my heart, because if this could be a thing, then it would be nice for any run, any percent run. And There's another glitch to explore, which is this guy, this one. So YOLO4GG showed me that you can start combat with this guy and go back and back and back and back to the point where we are almost falling to this ledge, but then you clip in the ledge. You clip in this wall, inside the wall. I don't know if that's intended. So let's try that. See? If I could have grabbed that ledge, that's a skip. That's a motherfucking skip. Dude, chills my blood. So you've seen that skip, what happened there? I couldn't trigger it then. I haven't been looking at chat for the longest time. Someone said, no one said anything. Okay. Let's try to trigger it once more. Ah, see, there I didn't. So this will be the holy grail of level 7. Nope. If you can fall through this block and grab to that ledge, you take the potion and get out, or you bump into something and that triggers the transition, and you fall through this part of the screen. Ah, fuck. And this is so frustrating because there's no rhyme or reason with this. There's no... I'm gonna try with the emulator that allows you to do frame perfect inputs to see if I can trigger this consistently and what I can do with it. Because if you have this, if you can trigger this if you can trigger that, then and you bump into the wall or something, you would teleport. But anyway, it's so close and so far at the same time. And the same situation here, but here it's not so. This is not so evident whether you can do it. So you can bring this guy to this where I'm standing now. Believe me, you can do it. And then you can jump and face the guy this way, and then you can come back and bump into this wall. But if you bump into this wall looking at this screen, what happens is that you reappear here. There's no magic. So it's not very useful. But anyway, there are many things that can be studied here. Anyway, I think that's a good ending for the stream. I show you, I hope, new things for you, because this has been known for me for years, and now it's just occurring to me that watching at YOLO and watching at these guys, that there might be interest for this kind of trickery, and I'm gonna research more possible glitches and try to use tool-assisted tools for this, and see if I can find something that can be useful for any person, because I lack the skills, but all the time to do the runs, but I love to do the investigation, so to speak. So if no one has any questions, I don't know if I'm alone or there's many people here, because this application doesn't show me in real time who's there or who's not. It's quite a bit of people. So let's rate a channel. If no one has a question, Let's see in Discord who's streaming. Any ideas? Who maybe? Right channel. Wolf Down is streaming. Yes, let's go there. Start raid. See you guys.